Thank you so much. Can you guys hear and see me okay?
We can.
All right, fantastic. And yeah, a little chilly today. A little chilly today in Maryland. So the weather has definitely changed. So all right, well, appreciate you having me on. 7 minutes. We got 8 presenters. That tells me I have 56 minutes, and everybody can have whatever's left. So I appreciate that. All right, well, Compliance Manager GRC. That's what we're talking about today. So to jump right into this. This is working. There you go. So GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. And the problem that Compliance Manager GRC solves is the fact that we have governance, and governance is whatever you make yourself do, otherwise known as IT security assurance. This is proving that you're delivering your IT services in a secure manner. Risk is just the combination of asset vulnerabilities and threats. And of course, everybody on this call, what we're trying to do is identify and mitigate those risks as much as possible. And then compliance is just whatever anybody else makes you do. So whether it's government, insurance companies, vendors, you're just following the rules set by a third party, and we help you manage and deliver that to your customers. From a compliance perspective, it ain't going away. Lots of standards out there. This is a subset, more to come. So again, we're gonna all have to deal with this today. And the market opportunity is massive. So 78% of SMBs said they're spending money on compliance this year. It's over 300,000 DoD supply chain contractors. They're going to have to deal with CMMC. More than 20% of the entire United States economy is just healthcare, and those are just direct care providers. And we are absolutely in that early adopter phase. So less than 15% of MSPs offer compliance as a service today. So you can take advantage of being an early adopter, which means that you can make more money. And in addition to that, PCI is massive. Over 90% of companies out there take credit cards, so there's a huge opportunity to offer services around PCI as well. It can feel a little bit overwhelming. We like to say you don't have to be a compliance expert. We can turn you into an authority really quickly. And we've really broken this down into about 9 easy steps. So I'm going to go through them super duper quickly. With Compliance Manager GRC, you select your standard or multiple standards. We have a whole bunch of them. We're adding a whole bunch more. You can create your own. Once you select your standards, we ship with hundreds of pages of policies and procedure templates and manuals for every standard that we support. Run your initial assessment. This is your best effort. So best effort, continuous improvement. Get your baselines, get your gap analysis, whatever it is you want to call it, but get an idea of where your customer is in their compliance posture. Generate a bunch of reports. Compliance is all about documentation. If you didn't document it, it did not happen. We have tons, I mean, again, literally thousands of pages of reports that come with the product. So your risk analysis, your treatment plans, your evidence of compliance, your policies and procedures, and so on. For every single standard, we create what's called a POAM, so your plan of action and milestones, and we do this for your technical issues, your standards issues, and your controls issues. And effectively, all this is just a project plan of what you need to do to help your customer comply with those specific guidelines, and of course, yourself as well. Address those requirements. Compliance is a journey. It is not a destination. You are never done. Which is fantastic for MSPs because we are used to billing on recurring monthly revenue type of contracts. So that's what you're doing with your compliance as a service. Collect your data. This is really where I think Compliance Manager GRC kind of separates itself from just about every other GRC platform I've seen on the market. You can have the same questionnaire-based approach. We ask a bunch of questions, but for the security controls, we give you the ability to couple our software scans so that you can scan the environment, you can audit and validate the accuracy of the data, you can automate somewhere around 40 to 80% of the manual labor that's required to gather all of your data, and then we'll map it to the specific controls, which will then flow through to the reports, again, making you way more efficient and generating accurate and thorough results. From there, we have a couple of additional value add features. So the product has an end user portal, so now you can take over the management of your customers' end users. You can assign them policies, you can assign them end user training, and you can track the process and status of that for a fee, of course. In addition to that, supply chain management is becoming more and more of an issue. So supply chain vendor risk management, there's a vendor risk portal. You can create a vendor account for every single one of your customers' vendors, assign them an assessment, have them log in, track their status, and provide more value to your customers. And then finally, you can run your own internal audits on yourself as well as your customers. I sometimes call this the free money document. So as an example, this cybersecurity framework has 5 functions, 23 categories, 98 subcategories. As one of my MSP said, that's 98 potential products or services that you can then sell to your customer. And it's not you saying it, you're following some sort of industry, government, vendor required framework to do that. So as a recap to the product itself, automated data collection and report generation. We support multiple standards, adding more all the time, infinitely extensible. So again, we support a lot of controls. We ship with over 600 controls, multiple standards, but you can add whatever you want. You can add your own controls, your own templates, your own standards, your own best practices, and manage it all through the software. Generate hundreds and literally thousands of pages of evidence of compliance documentation. If you didn't document it, it didn't happen. And talk to an attorney. The side with the most documentation usually wins, so we can help you with that. We talked about the end user portal, vendor risk management, and in only 7 minutes, much, much more. And then the big thing around this as well is that you can have the best product in the world. If you cannot sell it, then as we all know, it doesn't matter. So we couple this or attach it to Powered Services Pro. Powered Services Pro is our overall go-to-market enablement strategy to make our MSPs the most profitable and successful in the world. There is a ton of coaching, so coaching for compliance. There's a ton of training, and then every single month we come out with marketing campaigns, and you can see there's just a ton of stuff here from a marketing perspective to help you go to market. So the final steps to success: get Compliance Manager GRC, protect your own business, protect your existing clients, prospect and land new clients. This is the time to do that. Compliance services are super duper sticky, so get those clients on there now, and then make a whole bunch of money, get paid what you're worth, deliver that value to your customers. So with that, I want to thank everybody for joining. Come by the booth, get a demo, request a quote. We are also giving away an Uber Eats gift card. I think we beat you guys. I think it's like $20, $25. So stop by there and start taking advantage of being an early adopter in the compliance space. So check out compliancemanagergrc.com.